So in this video, I'm going to combine a Noctua mount to get the Aresgames Black 5 to work with the MSI Pro Z690A. CPU in here is an i7-12700F. So this is kind of what it's going to look like when I get this in here. You can see these don't run exactly parallel with each other, but this distance turns out to be perfect. And so that's really what we need to mount the Aresgames. The Aresgames has these screws in it that need holes to go into, where of course Noctua and the other brands have threaded posts on that. Alright, so put the mounting plate underneath this. So I did try to find an LGA 1700 kit for this, and it doesn't exist. Aresgames seems to be relatively new. These spacers that I'm using, I honestly can't remember if they came from a different mount for Noctua or the Aresgames, but these aren't easy to get on here when they're like this. The big old spacer. Now we're just going to tighten these down. So what I did on the other one, I put some thermal paste down to see if it spread. It did seem to spread really good. And now we're obviously doing the full installation so you guys can see it, but the proof will be in the benchmarks and the video gaming. If it shoots up to like 100 degrees Celsius, you know it's not performing correctly at all. Temps for the benchmarks that I do should stay under 80, and then inside of Fortnite we should expect low to mid 50s. So just before we put the thermal paste on, we want to make sure this is going to work. It looks like we might have a little problem on this side, folks. So these do slide out a little bit. There you go. Which I didn't notice before. So that's in, and that's in. Alright, so we can put our thermal paste on now. Just needed to make sure that this would line up like it previously did. And we're just going to use this Thermalrite CPU cooler, or thermal paste, excuse me. There's all kinds of ways to put thermal paste on, folks. I'm just kind of screwing around here. Alright. So down below I'll have links so you can see how this performs. Most likely there won't be too many of you that end up doing the same thing, but to be honest with you, this is a really nice tower here. I would actually like to use it in the future And if you could get, oops, that one's not lining up, potentially 2 fans on it, it might make it even more suitable for 12th and 13th gen. Okay, that's going in. Oops. I think it's going in. Okay. So just getting a couple threads on it did not keep that side in, and I tightened the other side down too hard. Oop. Alright, so it's in there. Interesting enough though, I think there's a defect with one of these because I can screw this one in all day and it doesn't seem to want to come to a stop. And it just popped out again. So it's definitely in the hole. And the other side is definitely locked in, but that's bad. It just does not want to get down. So, I mean, if I do this, it's going to pop out. So it would appear, folks, that we have a little bit of damage to one of these. You can see it actually spread it out pretty decently. If we could just crank it down. So we'll swatch them out. Try to reverse this and see if it'll work. At least this will tell us which thing is. Okay, so it is the screw for sure. Oh wow, look at that. So you switch it up and it works. And that's in, both sides are in pretty good. That's as tight as it's going to get. Okay, so I don't think this side's working. It's just rotating in and around, but it is locked down, so let's grab our CPU fan. So our CPU cooler, this intake side, I basically want it sitting up over a RAM. Cool air is going to flow through this way and out the back of the case. And these guys lock in like so. And of course, these guys never learn that it's always a better idea to go with deeper hooks on these things. But, oh well. So we'll hold that with one hand. Try and find the hole over here. Find that hole, and then voila, she's in. Now we can plug this in. 4-pin. This is my CPU fan header. And if I can get it to get in there. You don't want to force these things, folks, so go in. There we go. That's going to do it. Hey, thanks for checking out the video. Check out the links below if you want to see what the temps turned out to be.